job is for people that don't have any capital base. And the goal is for them to keep you stripped down butt naked so they can clothe you in some raggedy ass rags and tell you that they're taking good care of you. A job really is a job which is just over broke. Job, just over broke. Jobs do not in America create prosperity most of the time, right? They give you enough money to pay your bills so that you remain healthy enough to continue to come to work. You can buy enough work clothes to look good on the job, and they can keep on paying you the paycheck so that you can keep on being the engine that's driving massive amounts of wealth for the people that have positioned themselves at the top of the food chain. So position your kids early so they can not hate being in America, right? So they can feel good about life. They can have some assets. They can have some security. You ain't got to run a business to be the boss. You just have to have capital. The person that has the capital has all the power. There's no Negro with a job that's ever had any true power. Almost never. Because the person who pays the bills is the one who decides how things are going to go. And I know this because I pay the bills for a lot of things and a lot of people. And if you don't do what the hell I say, then we're going to have a problem. Not because I'm going to force you to do anything. I'm not going to beg you to do anything. I'm not going to fight with you. All I'll do is say, well, I really don't want to invest in that. I don't feel comfortable allocating my resources toward that project. So we're going to do something different. And because that's clear and it's simple, we don't even have an argument. They just sort of understand that. So, and I'm not trying to be overly cold about it, but that's true. Because I can tell you that one thing I did not want when I was 18, our daughter just came home from college. It's her freshman year, and it's Christmas break or Thanksgiving break. And I was telling my wife, I said, I remember when I was exactly where she was in college. It was like it was yesterday. And I came home on Christmas break and I had a baby over Christmas break. My girlfriend was pregnant and I was scared to death. I didn't know what I was going to do. But I remember at that time, I remember thinking, I don't want to live my life like this. Like, I don't want to be scared my whole life. I don't want to be weak. I want to have some power over my own life. And at that time, I started thinking about like what gives you actual power. And I was like, oh, money gives you power. So that's one of the things that made me major in finance. I said, if I go study money, then to some extent, I'm studying what it means to have power, not power over other people per se. That's not the goal. I do have power over other people, but I don't get up thinking like, how can I control others? It's more like just saying like, I don't want the white man messing with me, disrespecting me, telling me what to do, deciding what my limitations are going to be. Racism sucks. Racism hurts. Also, I was like, if I want to go do something, I want to be able to do it. And I don't want money to get in the way of that. So let me go figure out how to get this thing done. And if I had understood that more intently at that time, one mistake I made that I wouldn't have made is I would have started investing much more aggressively much earlier. That's a mistake I made. I didn't really start investing aggressively till I was in my 30s. I should have did that at 18 or 19 years old. But really, if you do that for your kid, and then really in the ideal scenario, if you got a parent who understands exactly what I just told you, or a grandparent, and they start investing aggressively for the child when they're young, then they have a whole different experience in America. Because I don't care what race you are, if you've got money in the bank, there's certain things they can't do to you, and certain amounts of power they will allocate in your direction just because everything is driven by money. Money rules everything around you. Cream, get the money, dollar bill, y'all. Right, anyway, all right, so so I'm gonna stop talking.